pleasure of picking them up from the airport and driving them out here in my clown car with Patrick Artula in France, California. And as we were driving here, I was telling them, oh, the river's just over that way. And so Ken starts explaining to Patrick, oh, the river flows, and he's telling the direction, he's explaining the river flows towards the Hudson Bay, and then I'm like, really? And he goes, I was asking you. So he doesn't maybe know everything, but he is a very, very wise man, and so please give a warm welcome to Dr. Kenn.
I was rethinking my entire life when Trudy was up here. Wondering whether or not there was really a purpose to what I did. And then thank God Amy did Imagine, which just rocks me solid, because despite the extraterrestrials, that really is what we're talking about here. Is we're talking about gathering and garnering and bringing together the folks of the world, so that what we can bring into creation and bring into manifestation is a world that works for everyone. Something that is beyond our concept, perhaps, at this particular time. So today, this morning, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about consciousness. And the first thing I'm going to do is define it so that you know what I'm talking about, because it really is a catchword that is used in our teaching a lot, and sometimes we forget it. And we just kind of fall into it without having any purpose. It's like a ritual that ceases to have any meaning to us. The other thing that I want to do is I want to ask you to look upon this conversation that we're going to have, although it's going to be between just me and me, similar to Trudy. And what I would have you do is I would have you look at that conversation on more than one tier and more than one level. Because although I'm going to use some bigger concepts, what I want you to know is that the idea and the law and the principle that I want to talk about today fits all of us as individuals. It fits us collectively as a spiritual community, even in this room right now, or the spiritual community you belong to. And it fits in the larger community of our organization called Centers for Spiritual Living. And of course, it fits within our country, our nation, the world itself, and our society as a whole. And who knows, maybe the universe. After all, we do have a Miss Universe contest. That one left me with about 5 minutes of digestion before at the end move on. I am a person that contemplates rather deeply a lot of different things, and I pride myself on my ability to be able to hear something and then not run away right away and make some conclusion, instead to actually sit down and think about it. And I'm frightened my dreams tonight will be filled with a woman with an umbrella hat. and who knows, I might be Lutheran tomorrow. But as it stands at this particular moment, what I will talk about is consciousness. So when I talk about consciousness here today, what I want you to know I'm talking about is the sum total of our belief. The sum total of our belief as individuals, the sum total of our belief as a community, the sum total of our belief as a larger community, the sum total of our belief as a nation, the sum total of our belief as society at large. So when I say sum total, I don't mean what we consciously are aware of. I don't mean what we're thinking about right now. I'm sure that all of you have been around long enough to know that when you say to someone, oh, it's done unto you as you believe, and they retort by saying, well, I don't believe that, you begin to question whether or not there is a deeper knowledge and knowing that all of us have that lies beneath what we consciously believe to be the truth. Are we on the same page? So what I want to do is I just want to talk about that, because I want to let you know that what Dr. Holmes has taught us fits in perfection, and it's been proven. And I want to share with you the journey that we've been going through as a community, whether you were part of it or not, for the last 30 years, but specifically for the last 6. And I want to relate the demonstration or the outpicturing that came from that and let you know that it came about through principle, and it came about through a law that in action works in perfection for each of us, whether as individuals or as a society as a whole. And what Dr. Holmes said was, Dr. Holmes said that trained thought is more powerful than untrained thought. So, what did he mean by trained? And what I have interpreted it to be is disciplined thought is more powerful than undisciplined